Alright guys, we're back. All I did was make it so I can open these easier, that way I don't have to waste more time. But so far, here is our mythic rares. We have one, we have a couple rares, our uncommons, commons, uncommon lands, and our common lands. Then our tokens, and then the cards that, yeah. We got 3 boosters to go, and then we got the 2 decks. So excited. Here we go. Now we're on to the Zendikar packs, which is still in standard and all that. This is the one that came out. I believe it came out this year. So we have a creature token. It's an octopus, an 8/8 octopus. Put that over there. Alright, we have Plummet. This is a very good card. 1 green, 1 colorless. Destroy target creature with flying. It's an instant, sorry. Alright, Coalhelm Guide. 1 blue, 1 colorless. It's a Merfolk Scout ally. There's a lot of allies in this set. They do stuff with each other usually. Tap a blue and 4 colorless. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. It's a 2/1. Mirror's Malice. 1 black, 3 colorless. It's a sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Awaken 3. So tap a black and 5 colorless. If you cast this spell for a black and 5 colorless, also put 3 1/1 counters on target land you control, and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature token with haste, and still a land. So it technically becomes a 3/3 land elemental token with haste. Tajur's Stalwart. Yeah. 1 green, 2 colorless, and it's an ally. It has convert. Target enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. So if I pay a blue, a green, and a red, it gets 3 1/1 counters on it. Volcanic Upheaval. Hevel. Yeah. 1 red, 3 colorless. Destroy target land. That's awesome in this set and stuff. Tandem Tactics. 1 white, 1 colorless. It's an instant. Put up to 2 target creatures. Up to 2 target creatures each get +1/+2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. Volcant Invoker. 1 red, 2 colorless. It's a shaman. Pay 8. Volcant deals 3 damage to target creature or player. It's a 2/3. Core Griffin, 1 white, 3 colorless. Flying. Whenever Core Griffin enters the battlefield, you may gain 2 life. It's a 2/3. Ooh, now this is the fun stuff. These are Eldrazi's. So, Genthic Inflator. It's a blue and 2 colorless. It's an Eldrazi. Now it has this thing called Devoid. This card has no colors, but you still have to pay the blue. And it has this awesome thing called Ingest. Whenever it deals common damage to a player, they exile the top card of their library. It's awesome. And he can't be blocked. It's a 1/4. That's pretty awesome, guys. Touch of the Void. It's 1 red, 2 colorless. It is also Devoid, and this is a sorcery. Touch of the Void deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If that creature would deal damage this way, would die. This turn, exile instead. Now we're on to our uncommons. Unified Front, 1 white, 3 colorless. It's a sorcery. It has convert. Sorry. Put a 1/1 white Khorne ally creature token onto the battlefield for each color of mana spent to cast Unified Front. Titan's Presence. It's 3 cost, colorless. There's an additional cost to cast Titan's Presence. Reveal a colorless creature card From your exile target creature if its power is less than or equal to the revealed card's power. Core Blade Whirl, 1 white, 1 colorless. It has Rally. This is what I'm talking about, and it's also an ally. This is what I mean with the whole ally thing. Whenever Core Blade Whirl or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. It's a 2/2. And our rare is Algend Hedron Network for 4. It's an artifact. Whenever Algend Network enters the battlefield, exile all creatures with power 5 or greater until it leaves the battlefield, basically. Awesome! And then we have a forest, a full art forest. This is in the 2 newest sets that they do. Full art, which is awesome. I'm just gonna keep it so that the older stuff that's out of standard is away from the stuff that's still in standard. I'll explain that another time. Let's just keep going. We have an Eldrazi Scorn token. Sacrifice this creature, add 1 mana to your mana pool. It's a 1/1. We have Brilliant Spectrum, 1 blue, 3 colorless, sorcery. Converge, draw X cards, where X is the number of color of mana spent to cast Convert Brilliance or Spectrum, then discard 2 cards. Nearkin Assassin, 1 black, 2 colorless. Whenever you gain life, Near Assassin gains death touch until end of turn. It is also an ally. And it's a 2/3. Seek the Wilds, 1 green, 1 colorless. Sorcerer, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Boiling Earth, 1 red, 1 colorless. Boiling Earth deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Awaken for 4. It taps. Tap a red and 6. Put 4 1/1 counters on land, and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature token with haste. So it becomes a 4/4 land with haste. Rush of Ice for 1 blue. Sorcery target creature isn't. It does not untap during its controller's next untap step. Awaken for 3. You get basically land that becomes a 3/3 with haste. Silence Schemer. It's a 1 and 3 colorless, a black and 3 colorless. It has devoid flying. Whenever Silence Skimmer attacks, defending player loses 2 life. It's a 0/4. Now these are some other new lands. Moltermire. Moltermire enters the battlefield tap. Whenever Moltermire enters the battlefield, you may put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Tap to add 1 black mana. Natural Connection, 1 green, 2 colorless. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Titan Coals, 1 blue, 1 colorless. Enchantment, and creature gets -6, -0, and has or loses flying. Catacomb Sifter, 1 green, 1 black, 1 colorless. Devoid, whenever Catacomb Sifter enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scorn token onto the battlefield. It has tap and sacrifice this creature, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. It's a 2/3. Retreat to Kezindu, 1 green, 2 colorless. Landfall, it's an enchantment. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, or you gain 3 life. Deathless Behemoth, 6 Eldrazi Vigilance. So basically, it doesn't tap when you attack. Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi Scorns, return Deathless from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. It's a 6/6. It's our rare, sorry. Icon Hellkite, 2 blue, 4 colorless. Flying landfall whenever land enters the battlefield under your control. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player. If that land is a mountain, it deals 2 damage to that creature or that creature or the player instead. And then we have a foil plains, nice, and then also a regular forest. Last pack, guys. Collective Currents, 1 blue, target creature, return target creature to its owner's hand, then put a 3/3 land with haste. Cloning drone, 1 black, 1 colorless, devoid and ingest, a 2/2. Giant Mantis, 1 green, 3 colorless, reach, and it's a 2/4. Reach basically can block creatures with flying. Angelic Gift, 1 white, 1 colorless, enchanted creature enters the battlefield. Whenever enters the battlefield, draw a card, and enchanted creature has flying. Belligerent Whiptail, 1 red, 3 colorless, landfall whenever land enters the battlefield under your control. It gains first strike until end of turn. It's a 4/2. Grave Birthing, 1 black, 2 colorless. And it has devoid target opponent exiles a card from his or her graveyard. You put a 1/1 Eldrazi and creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrifice this creature, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool, draw a card. Drone Hunter Worm, 1 green, 3 colorless, 4/3. Spell Shrivel, 1 blue, 2 colorless, devoid, counter target spell unless its owner pays 4. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead and put it instead of putting it into their owner's graveyard. Complete Disregard, 1 black, 2 colorless, devoid, exile target creature with power 3 or less. Ruin Processor, 7 colorless. When you cast Ruin Processor, you may put a card an opponent owns from exile into the player's graveyard. If you do, you gain 5 life. It's a 7/8. Onto your uncommons. We have Hairdryer, Sharpshooter, 1 black, 2 colorless. Tap a black and 4 colorless. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. It is a 2/2. Undo Rising, 1 white, 1 colorless. Sorcery, whenever a creature attacks this turn, it gains life link until end of turn, and it has Awaken 4. Put 4 1/1 counters on land, and it has haste. Retreat to Valkunt, 1 red, 2 colorless. Landfall whenever land enters the battlefield under your control. Choose 1. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn, or target creature can't be blocked this turn. Our rare is Nissa Renown, 1 green, 5 colorless. Search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. You gain 7 life. And then we have a plains and an elemental creature token with trample and haste. Get this sorted real quick. I accidentally put that in the wrong spot. So we pulled 1 mythic, guys. It's pretty good. Pretty good, I'd have to say. And then, so yeah. So we got, just to recap, we got all this, 2 sets of sleeves, 8 black die, 4 20-sided die. We got mythic, we got a whole bunch of rares, a whole bunch of uncommons, a whole bunch of commons, some different kinds of lands. We got a couple tokens from those. We got 2 decks to go into, which I sadly have to recharge my phone because I didn't charge it the first time. So when I get back to you guys, I'll be in my room and we'll be going over the 2 decks I got.